What's going on, people? It's Emmanuel for Altenor Media. Now, I just finished watching episode 10 of Atlanta. This episode was called Fubu. Now, in this episode, we go back to, I think, about 99, 2000, somewhere between the late 90s and the very early 2000s, judging by the Outcast post and the Mortal Kombat poster in Earn's room. And yeah, this episode takes us back to actually Earn and Alfred as high schoolers. I'm guessing they're like freshmen. So it starts off with Earn. He's with his mom at Marshall's, and he spots a Fubu shirt that's on clearance. He begs his mother to buy it for him. She buys it for him. So when Earn gets the shirt, he's souped up. Earn is super excited to have this shirt. So souped up that he could barely sleep the night before he got to wear that shirt. He laid the shirt on his dresser. He was up before he had to wake up. Soon as his mom told him it was time to get up, he was up and ready. So Earn, he puts on the shirt. He's going to school. He walks into, and when Earn walks into class, he walks in like he's the man. And he wants everybody to know he got on that Fubu shirt. So when he starts to take his jacket off, his classmates notice that he has on that Fubu shirt, and they go crazy. Like, oh, this nigga he got a Fubu shirt on. It's crazy. And then he's getting props. You know, the girls are giving him attention, looking at him. But then another classmate named Devin walks in, and he has on the same shirt. So, and that's the thing. Even if you have something that's crazy on, that's something that's real fly on. If someone else has it, then it automatically diminishes what you're wearing. So that's another point. But the other dude notices that one of those shirts is fake because they look different. One of them has a patch on it, one of them doesn't. So that's what begins the entire episode, really, that they're trying to find out who has the fake shirt on. Is it Earn or is it Devin? So Earn goes through the entire day just nervous. He knows he's going to get hiked on, he's going to get cracked on, or he's going to get even beat up, because if they find out that he has the fake shirt on, and it's Earn that has the fake shirt on, so he's going through it. And it's crazy how this small thing is just stressing him out. The way kids rationalize things, like this is the absolute worst thing that could happen to him. But then we also meet a young Alfred. Now, Alfred is in, I guess, the principal's office with the dude. The dude is accusing Alfred of stealing his calculator and sending it back to him. But we see Alfred kind of, outsmart him and get out of it. And then, and we cut back to Earn. Once Earn realizes that, he's in for it, he has the fake Fubu shirt on, he goes to Alfred for advice. And, we see how Alfred is still, even back then, much cooler than Earn. So Alfred gives him advice. He tells you, first thing is you have to be confident. If you be confident, they're not going to challenge you. Say it's real. If you're confident and you say it's real, they're not going to challenge you. So he gives them that advice, and then we get to another point in class when Earn is doing a science lab, and this young girl passes him a note, asks him if he likes another girl named Erica. He checks off, yeah. Passes the note back. She passes another note to him and asks him, is his shirt fake? Oh man. He puts no. So she passes another note by to him, and she asks him, are you sure? Because Erica doesn't like because Erica doesn't like broke ass niggas. That just shows you just how crazy it is with kids, you know, how, and even with some adults, how we just we place so much value on just the worthless things. That's such a minuscule problem in the larger world, but as a kid, you know, that's catastrophic. So they start hiking and everything, and the kids are acting a fool. They get a substitute teacher. One dude is hiking on the substitute teacher, telling him his shoes are dirty. He has chicken grease on his shoes, and the teacher is heavy set, and he tells him his underarms smells like ribs. So he's just acting a fool. And another interesting part is when Alfred is talking to his white friend can't understand why him having a fake shirt is such a big deal. Is that white friend is saying, you know, white friend has like a regular t-shirt, and we all have that white friend who just wears the, you know, that random t-shirt. He said, I wore this shirt twice already this week. So, you know, he doesn't see it as a big deal. So you can see just the cultural differences and what, you know, we generally value in that sense as a clear difference. And this is like the absolute worst situation that Earn could be in, but to his white friend is really not a big deal at all. So we get to the scene where this is like the climax where Earn is trying to sneak away, and they catch him, they corner him, and he's with Devin, who has the other shirt on. And right when they prove that Earn's shirt is fake, they have an Asian dude that proves that Earn's shirt is fake. Alfred comes and he saves the day. And he basically convinces them that Devin's shirt is fake. You know, Alfred comes in, he's confident, he's cool, so he's able to convince them, and he basically saves Earn a ton of embarrassment. So we see how even back then, how much Earn relied on Alfred even back then. So this is really nothing new. He's been looking out for his little cousin since way back. And so now this is where we think that this episode is just, you know, kind of lighthearted and just a really an easy throwaway episode, but it gets real serious. The next day we find out that Devin committed suicide. Now, of course, they say that his parents were getting divorced and everything, but we know that the Fubu fiasco pushed him over the edge, because throughout the episode we see just how terrible they feel about it. So terrible that it would be enough to push somebody over the edge, and Earn having the real shirt got him, you know, a fly girl's number. So it just lifted Earn up to a whole new level, and it brought Devin, you know, way down. And Devin was one of the fly dudes in school. He was always fresh, and all it took was just one fake instance to just bring his whole thing down. And Earn wanted to be cool. He told Paperboy he wanted to be cool. So this was really important to him. So they get back to the house, and you know, the mom tells Earn that he has piano lessons, I believe, and she tells him, you know, it's important for you. You're gonna wear a suit. It's important for you to look good, you know, as a black man in America. So I think that's really important too. Not that, you know, we're dressing for ourselves all the time as vanity, but when you're black, if you're not dressed a certain way, you're going to be looked at a certain way. You're going to be judged a certain way. So you kind of have to play that part to survive in some sense. So I like how they pointed that out You know, we have some sense of vanity where we like to dress flashy, but in another sense, we have to dress that way for our progression and survival in this world. And so they cut to the end, and Earn and Alfred are sitting on the couch, and I guess they don't really seem bothered by it. Well, maybe not externally, but it's really interesting. And there was another young girl who, throughout the episode, she was just, her head was down on the desk, and she wasn't participating. She was very sad, maybe, and depressed, maybe, or tired, but she was just out of it. And the same day that Devin committed suicide, she came in. She was perky. She was participating. So it's you know, as one person is going through something one day, you know, and they're sad, but then the next day someone else could be going through it, and that person is happy. So it's just the way the world works. But overall, let me make sure I got everything. You know. Overall, I really enjoyed this episode. You know, it really brought me back to, you know, my high school days where you had to stay fly, you had to stay fresh, but also you couldn't rock any fake stuff because it really would ruin your reputation. It was really the most embarrassing thing if you got caught out like that. So this was a real episode, and it really, you know, connected that Earn and that Alfred to the current Earn and the current Alfred, and how their dynamic works and how it's similar to where they were as kids. It's good to see that, you know, we see they really have a bond and a history. So this was a real interesting episode. So I'm looking forward to episode 11 next week, which is the season finale of the Robbin season. We're going to be reviewing that also, so make sure to check back with me next week. Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure to like this video, comment your thoughts on the episode, and subscribe. Alright, it's Emmanuel. Peace.